8. The NBA regular season is about to get underway. And here at 2K Sports, we couldn't be happier. This is Kevin Harlan, joined by my colleagues Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. Western Conference battles always fun. This time it's the Los Angeles Lakers intent on protecting home court. This is the first NBA playing time. We're going to check out our first glimpse of professional basketball from Freak.
You know, he's a great young player and even a better young man. So personally, I couldn't be happier for him. I know he's thinking about the game, but I hope he's able to take a moment to just enjoy this accomplishment.
Well said, and I hope so too. I mean, as a player, you want to stay even-keeled, but it's almost impossible. I mean, there's just so much that you've gone through to reach this point. It has to be emotional.
And so in the game for the Timberwolves, Bekovic is out there with Gorgie Dang. Then there's Shabazz Muhammad, and it's Andre Miller, and it's Levine, and at the two-guard spot. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Here's Dang. Soft touch off the glass. Jang's got his first points in this one.
Took advantage of some shoddy defense there. They've got to at least get a finger on it.
Here's Clarkson. Drains it from beyond the arc. Muhammad. No good. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Lakers lead by 8. Live from the Staples Center, you're watching 2K Sports. We sat down with Freak and asked him about playing in his first NBA game.
You know, I've thought about this moment my entire life. Now that it's finally here, the feeling's pretty crazy. But I know it's just the beginning. I got a lot of hard work ahead of me to get to where I want to go, to be the best player and the best teammate I could be. But this is an exciting first step, no doubt.
You know, Clark, you don't see that kind of perspective from most rookies, do you?
You really don't, Kevin. I mean, I really like his approach to the game. What remains to be seen, though, is will that translate to consistent production on the court.
Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
I tell you what, defensively, they have been in tune with one another, as intense as I've seen.
Yeah, nice job helping out on the rotations and drives, doing really good work at the defensive end.
Freak in at power forward. Jordan Clarkson is out there with Williams. Then there's Robert Sacre, and it's Brown in at the 3 spot. That's the Laker 5. And for Gorgie Chang, an intelligent guy with strong physical attributes, gigantic arm span, but extremely raw skill-wise.
Yeah, his game still needs plenty of polish on both ends of the floor. But I really felt like he took a huge leap last season, and he has the intensity along with that work ethic to continue to grow.
You know, on the topic of Zhang, he did improve in practically every category in year 2. Offensively, though, he still looks a bit mechanical. And on defense, he's...
Minnesota with the ball. They trail by 14. Down low, here's Martin. Good, and Miller gets the assist. 9 points for Martin.
And the shooting has really been there for him today, but he may have to take it upon himself to continue to carry this team and try and get out of this hole. And talking about Gorgie Jang, he recorded 22 points and 21 rebounds in a game his rookie season. Amazingly, it was the first ever 2020 game by a Timberwolves rookie. The Wolves, of course, once home to Kevin Garnett and Kevin Love, so that's pretty good company.
Clarkson passes to Williams. Here's Freak, and he bangs it home with one hand. Oh, and what a feeling it's got to be as we get to see the very first NBA bucket from Freak. first personal foul at the line of the And we finished one half of basketball. The score, your Lakers, 47. The Timberwolves, 38.
Okay, guys, solid play so far. I like what I'm seeing. But just a few things to talk about before the second half. All right, you starters, I expect you guys to be nice and fresh in the second half. Bench really gave us some great production. Nice to see something from everybody out there. I'll give you a compliment, though. The ball movement's been excellent. Love how many buckets we're getting off assists. The pace of the game, just to bring that up real quick, isn't a huge concern because I think we're suited to play at any speed. But somewhere in the middle of the tempo spectrum would probably be ideal. These guys did not see this coming, but now they know what they're up against and they're going to come out angry. Get ready to go toe-to-toe with them and cap this thing off.
All right, Steve Center, look who's coming up. Now the second half about to start up and begin any moment. It's been a clinic out there with D'Angelo Russell.
And he just went off in those first two quarters, guys. He's capable of doing that on a consistent basis as well. So we might see some changes from a defensive standpoint as they try to disrupt his rhythm in the second half.
You know, guys, I think you've got to make some sort of change. I mean, they can't let him continue to torch him up like he has been.
And then for Minnesota, Nikola Pekovic is checked in for Garnett. Gorgie Dang comes in for Andrew Wiggins, and Shabazz Muhammad subbed in for Martin. So on the floor for Minnesota, Anthony Towns and Pekovic are up front. In the backcourt, Rubio and Muhammad. And it's Jang in at the three, the small forward.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor. And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Lakers.
And the big difference here was accuracy behind the three-point line, Clark.
Well, they started spraying them from deep, and then it spread out the defense, and they had all the looks they wanted.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And once it becomes official, this win gives them a nice confidence boost against this team. They'll face them twice more this season.
The stats tell us, Greg, that the winner of the first game is a big favorite to come out on top in the overall series.
I mean, when you look at the stats, you'll see just how dominant a game this was for Russell. Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in. And if it didn't, everyone was surprised.
To the paint. Towns, no luck.
I'm a fan of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Freak. A rebound by Pekovic. And here's Rubio. There's a good screen. Here's Pekovic. That's good. It's Rubio with the assist. That gives him the double-double. 10 points and 12 rebounds. Here's Freak. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. At the line for your Lakers, Freak. First free throw is good. He's perfect from the line this time. the Lakers taking care of business here. It was a tale of two teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and Clark the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
Well, I think these fans, too, Kevin, gave their team a tremendous lift. I mean, they never gave up on them. From the opening tip until the end of the game, they were in it. And that certainly helped this crew get to the W.
And that'll do it for the first game of the NBA season. This is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for tuning in. And coming up next, the postgame show with Ernie Johnson, Shaq, and Kenny the Jet.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
And Ernie Johnson here again with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny Smith. Let's take a look at our Jordan player of the game. Just a monster first quarter of the game. He came out hot and just never cooled down. That boost he gave his team early on, a huge factor.
His field goal percentage was excellent, up over 60%. This was a player in total control of his game. He didn't try to do too much. He didn't get reckless, just took what the defense gave him.
Just a sensational performance on a lot of levels, Ernie. Too many levels to talk about. Man, in some game, he's in the background. He doesn't get the chance to be the star of the show, but not tonight. He's the star tonight. Put him on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
And that's it for our broadcast here tonight. But we're just getting started on a new season in the NBA. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. We'll see you again soon.